sun was sinking low beyond the hillside. Another chapter fading into gray. I carried every burden of the daylight and every disappointment from the day. There were moments when I smiled for everybody, while hiding storms that no one else could see. Yet through the noise of all my weary striving, a quiet invitation came to me. Not from the world that always keeps demanding, not from the voices pulling me apart, but from the Savior standing in the silence with open arms and a patient heart. Jesus was waiting at the end of my longest day, when my strength was gone and my hope felt far away. He welcomed every burden I was carrying and gently took the weight I couldn't bear. Jesus was waiting at the end of my longest day, with mercy that had never once changed. And in His presence all my fears grew smaller, as His perfect peace filled every place. The stars appeared like promises above me, quiet reminders that you're still in control. The same God who watches every sparrow was faithfully watching over my soul. I didn't need a miracle that evening, or answers to the questions on my mind, because the comfort of your holy presence was greater than the things I hoped to find. You knew the battles no one else could measure. You saw the tears I never let them see, and through the darkness of another evening, your kindness became everything to me. Jesus was waiting at the end of my longest day, when my strength was gone and my hope felt far away. He welcomed every burden I was carrying and gently took the weight I couldn't bear. Jesus was waiting at the end of my longest day, with mercy that had never once changed. And in His presence day, I'll keep on trusting Jesus. Through every season, still unknown to me, because the one who waits beside my evening will be the one my eyes in heaven see. Jesus was waiting at the end of my longest day, just as faithful as He's always been, the same loving Savior who carried my yesterday will carry me tomorrow once again. Jesus was waiting at the end of my longest day, and now my heart has found a place to rest. For every road becomes a little brighter when it's placed within His hands. At the end of my longest day, Jesus was there. At the end of my longest day, Jesus still cares. Jesus still cares. The morning came in whispers, through curtains touched with gold. I carried all my questions and stories never told. The world was waking slowly, but my heart had raced all night. And in the gentle silence, you met me with your light. I did not hear a thunder, I did not see a sign, just peace that felt like sunlight resting over mine. When heaven sits beside me, the fear begins to fade. The mountains lose their shadows, the night gives up its weight. You do not rush my healing, you stay through every tear. And somehow in the quiet, I know that you are here. Thought that I was broken, too far to be restored, but mercy kept on finding the corners I ignored. You gathered every fragment, every dream I left behind, and planted little gardens inside this heart of mine. No valley lasts forever, no storm can always stay, because your faithful presence keeps leading me each day. When heaven sits beside me, up its weight. You do not rush my healing, you stay through every tear. And somehow in the quiet, I know that you are here. So if tomorrow finds me walking through unknown roads, I'll remember how you carried every heavy load. The hands that hold the sparrow still hold my trembling soul, and every step before me is already in your control. When heaven sits beside me, I finally understand the greatest gift of comfort was never in a plan. It was your loving presence, so faithful, strong and near. And somehow in the quiet, I know that you are here. In the quiet, you are here. In the silence, you are near. The day is slowly fading into silence. The sky is dressed in colors soft and gold. I bring the pieces of my weary journey, the stories only heaven truly knows. There were battles hidden in the ordinary, heavy thoughts I carried on my own. Yet through every moment I felt forgotten. Your unseen love was leading me back home. You never left when shadows gathered, you never turned your face away. And even now I hear your kindness calling my restless heart to stay. When God sings over me, I find my peace, like a river flowing gently through the night. Every fear begins to lose its power, every burden grows a little light. When God sings over me, my soul remembers I am loved beyond what words can say, and wrapped within His everlasting mercy, I can finally rest beneath His grace. The stars appear like promises above me, each one shining with a faithful light, reminding me that every single heartbeat is safely held within your sight. I've chased so many answers through the years, searching places hope could never stay. But all along, the treasure I was seeking was found inside your presence every day. Not in riches, not in power, not in dreams that fade away, but in the gentle voice of Jesus, meeting me at the end of day. When God sings over me, I find my peace, like a river flowing gently through the night. Every fear begins to lose its power, every burden grows a little light. When God sings over me, my soul remembers I am loved beyond what words can say, enwrapped within His everlasting mercy. I can finally rest beneath His grace. One day I'll hear that song in heaven, clearer than I've ever heard before, joining saints and angels in the wonder of the Savior whom my heart adores. Until then, in every quiet evening, when darkness settles softly from above, I'll close my eyes and listen for the melody of my Father's endless love. When God sings over me, I find my peace, like a river flowing gently through the night. Every fear begins to lose its power, every burden grows a little light. When God sings over me, my soul remembers I belong within His loving care. And no matter where tomorrow finds me, I know my Father's song is there. Sing over me, Lord, through the night. Sing over me, Lord, till morning light. I had been holding on for far too long, trying to be stronger than I felt inside, building walls around my fragile heart, searching for a place to safely hide. The day had left its footprints on my spirit, Spirit, every step a little harder than before. And by the time the evening found my window, I couldn't carry the weight anymore. So I laid my fears before the Savior, every doubt and every silent scar. And for the first time in a long while, I stopped trying to be who I wasn't. The night I finally let Jesus carry me, the darkness lost the power it once had. The burden that had followed me for years was lifted by the gentle shepherd's hands. The night I finally let Jesus carry me, my restless soul found shelter from the storm. And wrapped within His endless loving mercy, I discovered what peace feels like once more. No thunder rolled across the sky above me, no miracle appeared before my eyes. Just a quiet sense of holy comfort, settling softly like the morning light. The questions that had haunted me for seasons didn't suddenly all disappear, but they no longer felt so overwhelming when I remembered you were near. Because your presence changes every valley, your goodness lights the longest road. And every time my strength begins to falter, you remind me I don't walk alone. The night I finally let Jesus carry me, the darkness lost the power it once had. The burden that had followed me for years was lifted by the gentle shepherd's hands. The night I finally let Jesus carry me, my restless soul found shelter from the storm. And wrapped within His endless loving mercy, I discovered what peace feels like once more. One day all my struggles will be stories, every tear redeemed by heaven's grace. And I will stand before the one who carried me through every trial, every lonely place. Until then, I will trust His faithful promise. through every shadow and uncertainty. For the Savior who carried me that evening will carry me through eternity. The night I finally let Jesus carry me became the night my healing truly began. For I found hope not in my own strength, but in the safety of His hands. The night I finally let Jesus carry me changed the way I see each passing day, because the God who holds the whole creation still carries me along the way. Jesus carried me through the night. Jesus carried me into the light. There are moments I don't feel your presence, when silence feels heavier than prayer. I reach for you in fragile desperation, but only emptiness is there. Still I remember all the times you carried me, when I was certain I would fall apart. So even when my feelings fail to find you, I choose to trust my heart. Because your truth is not defined by what I feel. Your love is not dependent on my sight. You are the constant through my changing seasons, the steady anchor in the night. Even when I don't feel you, you are still here, closer than the breath inside my chest, holding every fragment of my weakness, giving weary souls their rest. Even when I don't feel you, you are still faithful. Your promises will never disappear. And even in the silence of my questions, your love is always near. There are days my prayers feel like they vanish, like they never reach beyond the room. But heaven is not moved by what I'm sensing. It's moved by what is true. And true of my sorrow, held safely in your hand. So I will not rely on shifting feelings. I will not trust the doubts I hear inside. I will trust the voice that spoke creation, the one who will not lie. Even when I don't feel you, you are still here, closer than the breath inside my chest, holding every fragment of my weakness, giving weary souls their rest. Even when I don't feel you, you are still faithful. Your promises will never disappear. And even in the silence of my questions, your love is always near. One day faith will turn into full seeing. Every hidden thing will be made clear, and I will understand through all my questioning that you were always here. Until that day, I'll walk by trusting promise, not by sight or shifting emotions tide. For the God who never leaves the broken hearted is always by my side. Even when I don't feel you, you are still here, and that truth will carry me through night. For the Savior who is constant in the darkness will lead me into light. Even when I don't feel you, you are still faithful, and I will rest in what I know is true. That every step I take through unseen seasons is held securely in you. Even when I don't feel you, you are still here. Even when I don't see you, you are still near. The evening sky was fading into shadows, and so was all the strength I thought I had. I had spent another day pretending courage, while carrying a heart that felt so sad. The road behind was scattered with exhaustion. The road ahead was hidden from my eyes, and somewhere between didn't bring a song of celebration. I didn't bring a faith that felt strong. I only brought my broken hallelujah, and somehow that was enough all along. When I had nothing left to give, God stayed. When my prayers were barely more than tears, when my hope was hanging by a thread of mercy, His faithful love drew near. When I had nothing left to give, God stayed, holding every shattered piece of me. And in the middle of my deepest weakness, His grace became my strength to breathe. I thought that heaven only welcomed victors, those who always knew the words to say. But Jesus met me in my worn-out silence, and loved me exactly where I lay. He never asked me for perfection. He never measured all the things I'd done. He simply opened wide His arms of mercy and reminded me that I was still His own. The God who fills the oceans with their waters, the God who paints the stars above the sea, still takes the time to sit beside the weary and whisper words of peace to me. When I had nothing left to give, God stayed. When my prayers were barely more than tears, when my hope was hanging by a thread of mercy, His faithful love drew near. When I had nothing left to give, God stayed, holding every shattered piece of me. And in the middle of my deepest weakness, His grace became my strength to breathe. One day I'll see the reasons for the valleys. One day every question will be clear, and all the nights I thought that I was losing will reveal how You were always here. Until that day, I'll rest within the promise that Your goodness never walks away. For the same God who carried me through yesterday will carry me through every day. When I had nothing left to give, God stayed. faith was always strong. But because His love is stronger than my weakness, and His mercy carries on. When I had nothing left to give, God stayed. And that's the story I will always tell, of a Savior who meets the brokenhearted and loves them far too well. When I was weak, God stayed. When I was weary, God stayed. And He always will. Before I ever learned the words of praying, before I knew how faith was meant to sound, You were already walking through my seasons, holding every piece of me unbound. I thought I had to find the perfect moment to reach a place where I could call Your name. But You were there in every silent struggle, the same, the same, the same. You were not waiting for my voice to be stronger. You were not waiting for my heart to be whole. You were already moving in my story, quietly shaping my soul. You were my peace before I knew how to pray, before I ever lifted up my hands. You were the love that held me in my weakness, the God I didn't understand. You were my peace before I knew how to pray, and now I see it all along. You were the quiet in my deepest chaos, the reason I am strong. There were nights I never called Your presence, yet You were closer than the air I breathe. You saw the tears I never showed to anyone, and still You chose to stay with me. Even in the years I walked in silence, even when I didn't recognize Your face, You were writing mercy into every moment, calling it grace. resting in the knowing that I was never out of your sight. For the God who loved me before I knew Him is still my light. You were my peace before I knew how to pray, and you will be my peace till the end. For the Savior who was always with me will always call me friend. You were my peace before I knew how to pray, and now my soul can finally see that every breath I ever take is covered by your love for me. Before I prayed, you were there. Before I knew you cared. I spent so many years trying to prove it, that I was worthy of your love somehow, building my worth on fragile achievements, only to fall apart here and now. Every step felt like I had to measure. Every breath felt like I had to fight, until I met the grace that never asked me to be strong enough to be right. He never asked for perfection, you never chased my success. You only called my broken pieces into your rest. I rested in a love I didn't have to earn, a mercy deeper than I could understand. And in the arms of my Redeemer, I finally learned to stand. I rested in a love I didn't have to earn, no striving left inside my soul, just the peace of knowing I am chosen and completely made whole. The world still speaks in constant expectations, telling me I'm never quite enough. But your voice is louder than the pressure, and your love is strong enough. You you gently bring me to remember your love is not defined. I rested in a love I didn't have to earn, a mercy deeper than I could understand. And in the arms of my Redeemer, I finally learned to stand. I rested in a love I didn't have to earn, no striving left inside my soul, just the peace of knowing I am chosen and completely made whole. One day all striving will be over, every race will finally cease, and I will stand before my Savior in perfect, endless peace. Until that day, I will keep resting in the truth that sets me free, that I am loved not for my doing, but for simply being me. I rested in a love I didn't have to earn, and that truth will carry me through all my days. For the love that found me in my weakness will never fade away. I rested in a love I didn't have to earn, and now my heart can finally breathe, because the grace that holds me every moment is all I'll ever need. I am loved, I am free. In your grace, I finally see. The night had settled gently all around me, yet my heart was louder than the rain. I sat beneath the weight of silent struggles, trying to hide the ache and pain. There were thoughts I couldn't put in sentences. There were wounds too deep for me to explain. But somewhere in the middle of my weakness, your compassion called my name. You heard the tears before they became words. You knew the burden before I could speak. And in the quietness of your presence, your strength found the weakest part of me. The prayer I couldn't find the words to say, you understood it anyway. Every sigh, every tear, every broken piece was resting safely in your grace. The prayer I couldn't find the words to say rose to heaven through my pain, and the God who sees the deepest places wrapped my heart in peace again. I thought I had to bring you perfect language to somehow earn the comfort that I need, but your love was never waiting for perfection, only a willing heart to believe. You gathered every unspoken emotion, every fear I carried through the years, and answered with a kindness far greater than anything I hoped to hear. You stayed when all my answers disappeared. You stayed when all my strength was gone, and through the darkness of uncertainty, your faithful love kept leading on. The prayer I couldn't find the words to say, you understood it anyway. Every sigh, every tear,